Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Millionaire Purpose Discovery Program. My name is Blessing Theophilus Israel. Now today I'm really excited to be speaking with Amazigh Laoudi.
Okay.
Amazigh is a young entrepreneur doing some great things. So Amazigh, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Amazigh, please tell the audience what you do.
Okay, so basically right now, my name is Amazigh Laoudi, as she already said. I'm 20 and I'm studying in the University of Birmingham. I study economics, and that does take a lot of my time. However, with the rest of my time, I did decide to start up a few companies, of which I'd like to share with you guys. One of which I'm very passionate about is my clothing line, which I'm wearing right now, is Riari Apparel, and it does have a very, very strong concept behind it. Alongside my clothing line, I managed to start an events company which had student nights for the students that I go university with. I also started a printing and embroidery company as well. And I guess if you want me to go into detail about some of them, I can do. So.
Okay, no, but I think that's a good enough summary of what you do. Your clothing looks fabulous.
Thank you.
So you actually designed this?
So yeah, we basically designed, well, I designed it myself. This isn't the main design. There's a design I wish I wore today, which is much more unique than this. It's basically, there's two types. There's a small rip that goes across the left side of the chest, and then there's a much bigger rip that goes across the whole body. And underneath the rip, there's like a velvet material sewn on underneath. And basically, because these are handmade myself, I cut them out in my house. I get the material and everything, then I take it to a tailor to get stitched up. Every single rip is different.
Wow.
And that's kind of meant to represent the fact that everyone goes through a unique type of like struggle or tribulation through their life. That's why no rip is the same.
Sure.
So that if, for example, if 10 people buy the stuff, every rip is going to be different, and it shows that everyone goes through different type of tribulation and stuff. And that's where our slogan comes in, which is trust in triumph through tribulation.
Okay.
It's basically like believe in overcoming through whatever struggles you've kind of gone through in life. So that's our concept, and that's why I'm really passionate about the brand. So the clothing is one thing, but the meaning behind it is the main reason why I've continued doing it.
Sure. So Amazigh, it sounds, obviously as an entrepreneur, it sounds like you've done a lot of different things. What would you say is your main purpose in life? Because from your purpose, you can have different kind of roles and assignments, and so you've done a lot.
Yeah.
Now you're doing clothing, but in terms of your overall purpose, what would you say it is?
I mean, in all honesty, I feel like I love inspiring people and motivating people and showing people that whatever you want to do is kind of like, it's in your hands, you can do it. And I feel like the reason why this has come is kind of like the way I've been introduced to the whole entrepreneurial lifestyle and inspirational lifestyle. I began with a company called Inspired by Sports, and they kind of inspired me, and they kind of brought it out of me to make me feel like I'm quite inspirational as well. And other people saw that, and I kind of started inspiring other people. And I feel like my main aim and goal is to just inspire people, make them know that they can do things. And obviously the best way to show people they can do things is kind of by proving it to them as well. So my ultimate aim is to show everyone that you can do everything and help people achieve what they want to achieve. But through doing that, I'd like to obviously achieve my goals, just to show them that it's possible and give them a proper example.
Wonderful. So inspiring people.
Yeah.
Amazigh, I know you're young. You
Yeah.
said you're only 20.
Yeah.
You look like a baby. You're very handsome.
Thank you.
What challenges would you say you've had to overcome to get to the place where you are now?
So I've had many challenges through my road to creating these businesses and stuff. So, for example, with the clothing line alone, I have no experience whatsoever in fashion design or clothing. None of my friends in school would have thought I would ever do something like this. But so when I came to starting it, everyone was already shocked. And because I didn't have that much experience, when it came to expanding and trying to find someone to make my clothing and manufacturers abroad, I kind of hit a wall because I couldn't find anyone, first of all. And then when I did find someone, there was in Bangladesh. So we were speaking through Skype and everything. I must have sent around £2,000, and then this whole procedure took about 7 months. they sent me samples and everything, so everything looked fine. When it came to sending me my actual order with all the stuff so that I could take my clothing line to the next level, he just disappeared, and I just lost £2,000. And I guess that kind of made me, like, it was like a test. It made me see whether I actually wanted to continue pursuing my kind of passion and my dream. And because of the whole concept behind it, trusting trials through tribulations, like, that was my tribulation.
Sure.
But obviously, I'm trusting in triumph. So I know that, okay, regardless of this, I'm going to overcome and achieve eventually. So that's one example of the struggles, but there's so many, but it's just about overcoming them. So as they come, you just climb over them. So I don't even worry about them no more. It's just when they come, I'll deal with them then.
Sure. So in other words, when you're walking in purpose, challenges will come, trials will come, but with each one, you know that you can overcome.
Exactly.
So for our viewers who are listening to this, what advice would you give them about how to, find their passion and find their purpose in life?
Yeah.
Please.
Well, in terms of like finding your passion and your purpose, I would say just take a risk, because I never knew that I would be passionate about clothing. I never knew that I would be passionate about, like, you don't really know until you try. And I was getting mentored by Taha Andre, who kind of asked me very, very simple questions, which was, what do I like doing? What am I into? And from asking yourself these basic questions, you can actually try and guide yourself to something that might lead you to take a risk on something. So for example, you asked me, what do I like? I like designer clothes. That doesn't mean I like designing clothes, but I like designer clothes, I like partying, I like this and that. And from there, we kind of went to, okay, why not make my own line? And I was like, I never thought of that, but yeah. And then, okay, I like partying, but then there's also, like, why don't I do my own party? I didn't think of that, but yeah, so that's basically how you just need to find out what you like doing and then see if there's a way you can incorporate what you like to take a risk, and you'll see how it works from there.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And because you've taken a risk, as you said earlier, it doesn't mean everything will go smooth sailing, but whatever comes your way, you can overcome.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And another thing as well, I mean, some of the risks that you do take, like, for example, the events thing, you kind of, because I know this is mainly about like spiritual things as well. So what I've actually realized is when it comes to events, because I'm a Muslim and I'm a practicing Muslim, I want to become a bit more stronger towards my faith. So I know creating that type of atmosphere where it's like parties and students are drinking and stuff, it's not a good atmosphere. So although it does make quick money, sometimes you do need to think about the long run as well. What do you feel like you can pray for? I can pray for my clothing line to be successful, but I can't pray for a rave company to be successful, if you know what I mean, because it's like, so don't just do things for money, do things that you can be comfortable, if you're religious as well, you can be comfortable praying about and saying, you know what, I hope this becomes successful and stuff like that. So yeah.
Excellent, thank you. And I just want you to look into the camera and speak to those who are watching this program. They're watching it because they want to find their purpose. So what final advice would you like to give them, please?
So like I'm a prime example of like just trusting triumph through tribulations, no matter what struggles come your way. If you are trying to do something unique or away from the crowd, it's never going to be easy. That's why the results that come from it and the rewards that come from it is going to be like greater than what any of the people around you will be attaining. So I would just say, if you make that decision to obviously do something new, just make sure that it's all about your start and your purpose. So if you do have a strong reasoning for beginning something, you're never going to give up on it, no matter how hard it gets. Same with me. I've got a strong reasoning for my clothing line. That's why, regardless how hard it gets, I'm not going to give up on it because of the concept behind it. Whereas events, for example, I haven't really got a strong purpose behind it, so I don't really mind dropping that. So it's all about start something, but don't just start it without having a strong purpose towards it, because when the hard days come, you're just going to let them take over you. So make sure you start, but start with a meaning, so that when the hard days come, you're going to be the last one in the ring. So yeah. That's all I have to say.
Excellent. So start something with purpose.
Yeah.
Amazigh, thank you very much.
No
I
problem.
wish
Thank
you all
you.
the very best, and may God bless all your endeavors.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thanks for having me. Take care.
Thank you.